Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be doing a non-spoiler review for Disney's live-action version of Aladdin. This was such a roller coaster of a film, from the beginning with the casting and everything to the point where I just watched it. So let's just say it started off rough. No. It started off good for me with the casting. I was like, okay, interesting casting. I was really happy about Naomi Scott because I loved her in a very underrated movie known as Lemonade Mouth. And Mina Masood, who I had never heard of, but I loved that he was more like area specific, which is something that casting is thankfully leaning more towards now. But I was not sure about Will Smith, and then just, I don't know. So that was like, I was pretty okay with that. And then it started to like go into the more of the ad campaign stuff, and they were like talking about painting faces to make them look like they're more area specific when they're actually white people. That was not good. And then the first trailer and stills and everything that were coming out, as many of you know, were not received well, and they kind of just looked so stupid and just awful, and it was so disappointing. And then they released another trailer, which I'm pretty sure I reacted to, where just everything turned around, and I was like, wow, this looks really good. And then Avengers Endgame stuff started coming out, and I was like, okay, no other movie matters right now. Like I was just completely absorbed in that world, and I kind of just forgot about Aladdin, but I did get my tickets. And then all of a sudden, like, this week happened, and I was like, oh my gosh, wait, I'm seeing Aladdin this week. And I'm seeing stuff on social media about all the premieres, and I'm seeing people being like really well received, and I was still not 100% sure about how I would feel about this movie. So as any normal person would do, I just went and saw the movie, and I waited to make my judgments until then. And I will say with full confidence that I actually really, really, really liked this movie. The first thing that jumped out at me was that the live action Disney like fairy tale films, they all have a very common vibe to them. Like, not even like aesthetic, yes, but just everything down to the sound quality, and it's almost as if they're all directed by the exact same person, and they're not. But from The Jungle Book to Beauty and the Beast, Cinderella, Maleficent, not so much Maleficent, although I haven't seen that one in a very long time, so I could be wrong. But they all just fit so nicely together, and it's very nice. In the same way that a lot of the animated ones, the original animated ones that came out in the 20th century, those all sort of fit together really nicely as a package. You could sell them as a box set, and they would all feel like they fit together. And this movie very much feels like it fits like side by side with Beauty and the Beast. So, and Jungle Book as well. And so loved that. Loved the casting. It completely was just 100% great, the casting. I wasn't sure about Jafar. I wasn't sure about a lot of people. And yeah, I think Jafar could have been a little less attractive and a little more creepy, but the actor did a really good job, and the dialogue helped him out a lot. So there's just, it just worked, and I didn't think it would, but it did. And again, this is a non-spoiler review, so I'm not going to go into, I mean, I don't know how much like I would say, because there's the original animated Aladdin, and so I don't know if I'm like allowed to say things that happened there, but I'm just not going to. I'm just going to talk about what I liked, I guess, and what I wasn't so fond about. But the casting, like, Mina Masood is Aladdin. Like, that animated Aladdin, he just became him. And it was almost off-putting. It was so amazing. And he was a good singer. He was a good actor. He could dance too. And just a lot of fun. Carried the film in an amazing lead role kind of way. So that was great. Naomi Scott, just beautiful, stunning. They added another song for her, and wow, it was very good. It was I wasn't sure how to feel about it, because I'm never really sure how to feel when they add a song to a movie that already has a bunch of songs in it that are like classics, and kind of just feel like they fit because we've grown up with them. they've been part of those soundtracks forever, and we just know, like when we hear like Arabian Nights or Friend Like Me or like Aladdin, and so when they throw in a new song like that, you're not really sure how to feel. But it worked for Beauty and the Beast, and I actually think it really worked for this movie too. The song is called Speechless. It's such a great moment, and I really enjoyed that, and she is just, it was killer. Will Smith was hilarious as the genie. I want to like say that they should have had an Arab actor in that role, but man, like Will Smith just absolutely knocked it out of the park, and he didn't stomp all over what Robin Williams did with the original character. He made it like kind of a completely new, it just felt like a different character. It felt like a different genie altogether, and that was really nice, and I really enjoyed that. And the chemistry that he had with Mina Masood's Aladdin was also fantastic. The costume design across the board was stunning. I cannot wait to see the Halloween costumes that come out of specifically Jasmine's outfits. Like, wow. And even the things that like the genie wore, and Jafar and Aladdin, like Aladdin's outfit, like his getup when he was a prince, beautiful. So the whole movie in general was just beautiful, and and the same way that Beauty and the Beast was. It's just, and Cinderella as well. It's just like fantasy vomited all over the place. It's so beautiful, and this movie was so over the top, and they lean into that. They get meta about it too. Like Genie as a character is very over the top, and they lean into that. And the numbers, Friend Like Me, and the Prince Ali, that song, wow, those two songs were like full out stunners. Like it's rare when a movie makes me just like smile for like 90% of the time. When I talked about in my review for Mamma Mia, Here We Go Again, I said that like I had not smiled like that during a movie in forever, and I still smiled the whole time when I watched that movie. I love it so much. This movie was like that for me. I was smiling and laughing and just like giddy the whole time. I felt like I was in the fairy tale. I felt like I was in Aladdin, and it was Aladdin. It wasn't some like rip off of Aladdin. Like it felt like the story, and it was so cool. And that's what these live action fairy tale movies should do, is they should like take it off of the level of animation and really like use the opportunity of it being live action to immerse you into it. And I cannot wait to see what they do again, like with Halloween and with the Disney parks and everything. It's great. Like it was so entertaining and so colorful, and just, it was fun to watch. It was fun, like it was a lot of fun to watch. The guy next to me was singing all the songs, and like that was kind of annoying at the time, because I was like I don't really want some stranger singing in my ear while I'm trying to watch the movie. But he was having a great time, and so honestly, I'm happy about that. And it was just a good time. It's such a fun movie, and I honestly think it's like a great summer movie for you guys to go see. Some things that probably annoyed me about the movie is at some points it looks like they sped up the action. Like it looks like they like turned up the notch and like sped things up, because at some points people were moving at a pace, like it happened during One Jump Ahead. Oh, by the way, like the choreography in this movie was incredible. Like the stunts and everything, wow. You guys need to see that. It was artistic. It was just great. Particularly with like one thing he did in One Jump Ahead, where he was like on the wall, and it was just crazy. I was like, wow. But again, it looked like it was sped up at times, and it was kind of like disorienting, and I didn't really like that. So that kind of took me out of it. And then I don't know, because for A Whole New World, which was a great moment, it just felt a little bit CGI-y, which is like very to be expected, because like they're on a flying magic carpet in a fictional city flying around. But yeah, it just looked not as real as the rest of the stuff with the magic carpet did, so it kind of took me out of it a little bit. I'm forgetting the name of the tiger. tiger. It's on the tip of my tongue. I'm just gonna move on. Maybe it'll come to me. The tiger, great, huge, and amazing. The like handmaid, who was a character they completely brought in. She was not in the animated movie. She was really weird and quirky, but like likable at the same time. I thought it was a nice. I thought like the way they brought her into the story as a way to ground the genie was nice. And yeah, I don't even know. Like I don't know what else much. Just I mean, it's just like this beautiful fantasy movie, and it's not perfect. Like it's definitely like really corny at times, but like Will Smith, Mina Masood, and Naomi Scott, they like watch this movie for those three people and you will be floored. It is just extravagant. It's extravagant. That's the word I'm looking for. It is an extravagant movie and it's a lot of fun. So, will you guys be going to see Aladdin? I will not be doing a spoiler review because frankly, there's not that much to spoil. I like the way it ended. It was a lot of fun. I don't know what else to say. Like, I'm not going to make a spoiler review because, again, there's not that much to spoil, but I think the way they did this film was a lot of fun, and it was a lighthearted, enjoyable movie that I would definitely go see this movie in theaters again. It was so much fun. So, what are you guys... Oh, and I don't think you need to see it in IMAX or Dolby. I saw it in Dolby because I have AMC A-list, and so it doesn't really affect me. It just makes me, like... I get more for my money from like what I pay is like a monthly rate. So what do you guys think? Are you gonna go see it? I don't think you need to see it in Dolby or IMAX, but obviously those versions always just enhance the movie. And are you excited about this? The next one coming down the line, other than Maleficent, which you've already gotten a trailer for, you can check out my reaction for that on my channel. Mulan, I think, is the next one. I'm not sure. Oh, and Lion King, but that's also coming up very soon. So Mulan is the next one that doesn't have any trailers or anything. So what do you guys think about the making of that one? They talked about cutting the music. I hope to gosh they are not doing that. But we'll see. Are you guys excited? Because I'm excited. I actually, like, I know some people who don't like these live action adaptations, but I go see them every single time in theaters and I love them. The Jungle Book is one. Is it over here? Yeah, it's right there. The Jungle Book is one of my favorite. It's like literally in my top 10 movies of all time. Jon Favreau's The Jungle Book. I freaking love that movie. And I love this one too. So, let me know in the comments down below what you guys think of the live action Aladdin. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked my review. And if you want to see more of my coverage from all these live action Disney movies, subscribe. And if you want to see more of my coverage from the rest of the summer blockbusters that are coming out, also subscribe for that, because there's a lot, and especially in the Disney property kind of area. We have like Toy Story 4, Spider-Man Far From Home, Star Wars is coming down the line this year. Just, there's a lot going on. And if you want to hear all of my coverage of that, subscribe, and I will see you guys in all of those videos. Have a good day, everyone.